Hey everyone who's here on replay, I'm just hooking my camera into my tripod-y thing, so sorry for the super duper wonk. There we go. Make sure you can see everything, including Ms. Xanthi here. Let me scoot that back. Yes, baby. There you go. Okay, I think that's it. I just need to set up on YouTube to make sure I can see the chat. So give me a hot minute. Okay, I don't think anyone's here yet. But if you're watching this on replay, welcome. My name is Rachel. I'm here for a YouTube live today for my November 2019. Xanthi is being obnoxious, so I'm sorry the video keeps shifting. Okay, just sip some tea there. Get this back where it needs to be. Okay, a little bit more that way. A little bit more that way. Sorry for all the wonk. Hey, Beth. Okay, that looks good. Come on, baby, come back to the box. Come back to the box. Be a good girl. I'll give you a piece of paper. All right, we're gonna get started in just a second. Here, here's a piece of paper. Let me rip it in half so it's more curly. Oh, no, 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 not. I'm gonna bring it back to you on the box. There you go, in the box. In the box. Thank you. There you go. Skidoo. Skidoo. We've got a lot of action going on here because I pulled out all the Christmas stuff today. So she is in a fair mood of playfulness. Oh, excuse me, I'm sipping tea, slurping tea a little bit more, as the actual wordage is. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. No. Oh, she's gonna be fractious today. This is gonna be fun. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I am using what is left of my November 2019 Scrapbooking Store kit. I couldn't remember if I said November already, but I realized, yes, I did in fact say November. And then I'm adding to it actually a couple of the things that Beth sent me through the Heather's Crafty's Life Patreon group Fall Swap. She sent me these really realistic looking stamps, stickers, and then also these multicolored leaf wood veneer as well. I am coming closer to the end of what's available embellishment wise for my kit. I mean paper wise too, to be honest, that I wanted to go ahead and if you're seeing the camera shaking, I am sorry. Xanthi has decided to be completely obnoxious this morning. She's not normally this obnoxious. So I don't know. I mean, other than the Christmas stuff, I'm not quite sure why she's decided to be a complete pain in the ass. I'm sorry. I did not mean to say that. Pain in the butt. I apologize. That was live. Super fun. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get started. And on that note, all right, so I've got two photos today, a 4x6 and a 3x4. These pictures are my nephew and his friends. I'm looking through what I have left over in scraps. These are darkish photos. They are taken by teenagers who I don't know necessarily. You know, none of them are scrapbookers, so I don't think they think about lighting and stuff like that. It's just, all right, Rachel said, please take a picture. So here, let's take a picture. So they are not really great pictures, but I do want to talk about this. My nephew and his friends are all freshmen in college. I think there's one more here. But they're all scattered throughout New England. So they actually, a whole bunch of them came back. They have a tradition of going to see something called Trail of Terror, which is one of those things where you walk through the woods and people jump out and scare you. And so a lot of them had some sort of fall break back right before Halloween. So they all came back to, well, not all. My nephew goes to school in Connecticut, as does a couple of others here. But some of them go to school in New York, some of them go to school in Rhode Island, and some goes to school in Massachusetts. So they were all able to come back relatively easy and partake of the tradition that they had for their high school years. And I realized I totally taped this down crooked while I was chatting. So this is my first kit with Scrapbooking Store, since they had asked me to be on their design team. And just so you know, I only they only ask that you do 1 to 2 layouts. I have done, oh gosh, 1, 2, this will be my 4th layout. I did 1 at the beginning of the month. I've got 1. There's a video coming out for next week. I did 1 on a Facebook Live as part of something they have their design team members do. And then this one. And then I also made 4 cards. So I am using them because I like them. I had actually looked at them when I was thinking about getting a kit club. I decided against getting a kit club, not against Scrapbooking Store. And so I really enjoyed working with the products. And then on Monday, I will be getting my December kit. So I'm super looking forward to that. This is the only full sheet of paper I have left. And I was thinking it was too busy for a background, but I actually kind of like it. I'm thinking this is how my photos are going to go. And then I realized I trimmed one side of this, and I actually need to trim all the sides of it. So this says, "Oh, fall, it's nice to see you again." So I'm going to use it not only because "Oh, fall," but also I think it's, it's nice to see you again. And these are friends who, they used to see each other every single day because they went to school together, but now they are all in different, actually none of them go to the same college. So even the ones who go to college in Connecticut don't go to the same college. It's actually kind of funny, although one is thinking about transferring to the college my nephew goes to next year, simply because she's considering staying at home next year rather than living in the dorm. And my nephew's college is actually closer to where she lives, or where her parents live, than the school she currently goes to now. It would be a shorter drive for her. Oh, hey, Heather. Oh, don't even worry about it. I'm going to sip some tea, so pardon the noise. Okay, so as I said, this is the last full-size sheet I have, and I know it's bold, but I'm thinking it's going to work. So I mentioned before that I pulled out all the Christmas stuff, and that has made my cat go insane. The piece of paper I'm using actually is called Autumn Friends. I did not mention this line is actually called Celebrate Autumn, and it's by Echo Park Paper. I had been thinking about using, also from Beth, this Nouveau Embellishment Mousse, which is in the color what's it called now? Okay, I can't read. Huh, does it not say? Oh no, there it is, Fresh Copper. It's in the color Fresh Copper. Hi, Amy. It's brand new. I love using the embellishment mousse because it can be used two ways. You can either use it like with some sort of blending thing and have it be, oh, you know what, before I do that, I want to ink up my edges. I've got, oh gosh, this getting old stuff is rude because I now can't see up close with my glasses on. So I'm going to be using Gathered Twigs Distress Ink to ink up my papers. So I can't see up close with my glasses on, so that means I have to go get bifocals. Really? Bifocals. It's fine. I'm not bitter at all. Hey Mary, hi Brenda. No one is late, everyone's just, you know, running on their own schedule, it's fine. I haven't really done all that much. I'll repeat, and I'm sorry for, like, Beth, because she's been here since the beginning. I am going to be using the remnants of my November 2019 Scrapbooking Store kit. I am a design team member. I don't have a lot left. I really liked this line. It was very fall, but it was very me fall. So slightly cutesy, but not like I actually go outside and do a lot of things in the out of doors fall, because I do not. I'm allergic to all of out of doors, so I do not necessarily go out of doors a lot. Excuse me while I sip my tea. So I have inked up my photos with Gathered Twigs. Oh, so I was saying, you know, next week is Thanksgiving. I've pulled out stuff for Christmas. We aren't decorating until tomorrow, but I like to pull stuff out. I'm also going through where, that's the wrong drawer. I'm feeling the need to start purging some stuff we haven't used in 5 to 6 years for Christmas decorating. I'm just going to go through my stencils. So while I'm talking about my stencils, I'll just talk about this. We're going to put away some stuff in a storage container. Like if my nephew thinks he might want it when, you know, he has his own place to decorate in, you know, 10 years or whenever he moves out. But other than that, we have some stuff that we just have not, hi Tina, put out in 5 or 6 years. Either it's just slightly too shabby, or it's no longer our style, because styles change, you know, or it's just, you know, no longer how we decorate, or we no longer have, like we have a couple of things that, I think I'm going to go with the stars. We have a couple of things that like we had, like it was 2 or 3 parts and 1 part broke, but for some reason we decided to keep the other parts. And when we never put them out, we just kept them. So stuff like that that can get donated or get tossed. If there are a couple things like there really should be, no one else is going to use them. They are broken. We do not need them anymore. So anyway, that is, I really definitely want to begin purging some of the things because we are literally storing stuff that never comes out of the storage containers. They just sit there. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be using this Nouveau mousse in Fresh Copper. Now, I like the Nouveau mousse because you can use it 2 different ways. You can use it where you're supposed to use some sort of blending foam. I'm going to really cheap out and just use some paper towels because I'm totally lazy. Or you can scrape it up and use it as a texture paste. I'm not looking for a lot here. I'm just looking for a little shine. So I figured this would be good enough. Oh, and it totally is. Yay. I love when I can be lazy and it actually works out for me. It's not going, oh, well, that's a hot mess. Okay, so I did that a little bit lower than I meant to. That's totally okay though, because I'll just keep it there. And I'll do a little bit right there. Woo! I keep leaving these stickers down here and then ending up not pleasantly able to work. So has anybody else already started decorating for Christmas? I know it's early. I know Thanksgiving. I don't have Thanksgiving here. My roommate does not have Thanksgiving here. I go to my aunt and uncle's house, and she goes over to Long Island for her family. So, you know, it seems kind of silly to decorate when I don't know how well you can see this on the screen, but you can totally see it in real life. So it's like kind of one of those things where it may not read really well on the video. So I want it to be right there. I'm gonna flip it around this way because I had the purple tape in case I needed to tape something down, but it was fine. It seemed kind of silly to decorate when neither one of us would be having, and I'll go a little bigger on this side, would be actually having Thanksgiving here. So speaking of Thanksgiving, as I said, I go to my aunt and uncle's house, and this year for Thanksgiving, it actually happens to be my stepfather's birthday. So I'm not actually cooking anything for Thanksgiving. Normally, I would make some sort of side dish, but instead I'm in charge of bringing a birthday cake. I'm not a baker, and my housemate has actually agreed to make the birthday cake. So I'm really doing nothing for Thanksgiving, preparedness-wise. We do the day after Thanksgiving. You decorate on Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, afraid cat. So Xanthi is actually pretty good. Like, she climbed in the container this morning. I don't know why. She has never really done that before. The only time she goes to the tree is when we are actively decorating the tree. She doesn't, like, the tree is up because I put the tree up last weekend just because it needs to sit, and I wanted to check to make sure all the lights worked. Because we have a fake tree, because we are horrible tree waterers. So I don't like the fire hazard of a giant tree in my living room that is now dry as toast. So like, we're just going to do a fake tree unless I said this to my husband, I'm like, look, either you have to be responsible enough to water this tree every single day, or we get a fake tree. So we have a fake tree. Because, and I put myself in that boat too. I am bad at watering as well. So we put the tree up, but there's no decorations on it. So the plan is to decorate tomorrow. Now, we normally decorate the weekend after Thanksgiving, but we are actually very busy that weekend. And then the way the calendar is going this year, I'm just, in case you're wondering, I'm just giving this a little chance to dry. I don't really have a lot going on, so I wanted to give this a chance to dry, so I'm just chatting at you guys. I don't have like a lot of paper layers going down, so, but you know what I want to do? I want to get some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in bronze, and I'm going to add that as well. Yeah, so because we have a lot to do the weekend after Thanksgiving, and then the next weekend after Thanksgiving, it's like the 7th and the 8th of December. So it's like, at that point, you know, I know myself, if I waited until that late to decorate, what I would end up doing is just doing the tree and not decorating my living room at all, because I'd just be like, ugh, I don't want to decorate for just 2.5 weeks. So, because I know I'm lazy, I figured out I would just go ahead and do it early. I'm going to go ahead and use my heat tool, so I apologize. Oh, Amy, hang on. Once I turn this off, I'll tell you what we did. Sorry. Yeah, so we went and bought what is called a tree collar. So basically it's metal and it comes in 3 pieces and you hook them together, and it's a metal thing that goes underneath. It's really meant for fake trees. It helps cover the metal rod and the super fakey looking part that's near the bottom. But one cool thing is that we're gonna have it sit on top of our Christmas tree skirt, because that is one thing Xanthi does do, is she does like to lay on the tree skirt and drag it out of place. So this collar will sit on top of the tree skirt and she won't be able to drag it. So yippee yay. All right, so I think that is dry enough. So this is what my background looks like. And then here are my photos. Yay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get those down, and then we're gonna get to embellishing. This is gonna be a quick one. In my head, I had no plans today, and then, you know, I scheduled this, and then my stepfather's like, hey, wanna do the thing we're gonna do afterwards? And I'm like, well, yes, I really would like to do it, especially since I know if I go and do it with you, you'll pay, because I'm cheap. So yes, I do need to ink this up. I had mentioned in the beginning, so people who came in late may not know, this is my nephew and a bunch of his friends. They are all freshmen and or sophomores in college, but a lot of them ended up having like this mini fall break that happened to be right around Halloween. So they got together for dinner, and then they went over to this thing called Trail of Terror. And I mentioned at the beginning, I don't know what the where it's like about half an hour away from our house. It's the ones where they jump out at you while scary things go on. So, but I'm not really talking about Trail of Terror. I actually did a layout with Trail of Terror being the subject. So I don't necessarily feel the need to do another one. I just want one, two, I think I need one more because, oh, here we go. There we go. I just wanted something that, to talk about the fact that these kids made an effort to get together, even though obviously they all have very busy college lives, and they made an effort to try to continue on a tradition. They know they won't always be able to do it, but they were able this year, so yay. All right, so I am pulling some stickers from the Element sheet, and that came in the Scrapbooking Store kit. Yeah, so switching back to ornaments, we make sure anything on the bottom is plastic or resin. Nothing glass goes on like the bottom third of our tree. It just makes everyone's lives so much easier. So I'm trying to slip this underneath the 3x4 card, this sticker, and it doesn't want to cooperate. So there we go. But I made it work. All right, so let's slip that one under there. I realize that leaf is upside down. Oh, I like the maple on the maple. I think that's a maple leaf. as I said, I don't necessarily do the outdoors all that often, so. But yeah, so. Oh, one thing I was thinking about is I have to go grocery shopping this weekend. And I'm like, oh, why? Why do I have to go grocery shopping on the week of Thanksgiving? Can we not just wait to eat until Thursday? All right, I think what I'm going to do is have this one be down here, because I definitely want to use, except this has a little wonky bit at the end and I don't like that. So let's pick that off. There we go. Oh, we don't put gifts out because of Xanthi. No gifts go under the tree until like right before Christmas, because she will sit on them and or try shredding the corners of them. So we've learned like the majority of gifts don't go out, especially if there's tissue paper, because she will just pluck that tissue paper out. She won't go after the gifts or anything. She'll just remove the tissue paper and kind of bat it around. Well, this is our first year of Christmas with Archie. So our new dog, I mean, he's 12 years old, so it's not like it's a puppy or anything, but it's our first year with him. So we have no idea what he's going to do. Sorry, just taking a sip of some tea. Okay. So I'm liking this. I want to look, I don't think the butterflies are going to work in that sense, but I do like these butterflies. These came in the kit upgrade. And I think this one over here. And the only thing I wish is I wish they came in multiple sizes. That's the only thing. Like if they had smaller butterflies and bigger butterflies, you know, like let's nitpick, okay? And then I wanted to add these, a couple of these as well. If I can get them open. I really like this one. I want to try to get it off. These are more realistic looking leaves. But I love the gold flecks on a lot of them. And I know I've got bronze going on, but that's okay. I like to mix my metals. Ooh, yeah, layer it on top and underneath. Woo-hoo. Okay, so that's good. I think I'm good with my level of embellishments. Woo! Okay. Okay, I think it's time for title. And then I'm going to do my journaling right here. Excuse me. I think I'm going to do, yeah, the journaling right there. So I have a ton, excuse me, I have to put my tea up on the screen because I have to open this to get my labels out, because that's where I keep my labels. I have a ton coming up for the month of December. I'm being part of a YouTube hop called 12 Days of Christmas. That is being run by Becky Back, who is My Creative Life here on YouTube. And so what I'm doing, I never finished the last 8 days of my December daily from last year. I'm not doing one this year. I tend to do one every other year or every couple of years. So I'm just doing quick videos of the last 8 days of my December daily, and then the last 4 days, because it's 12 days of Christmas, I'm going to split my December daily into 4 parts and do a flip through of the entire thing. So I am going to use these stickers. They are called Cedar. They are from, they came out with a Pebbles line. These are actually pretty new. I'm going to do the word fall. Sorry, spelling and speaking are two things that I have to do individually. Anybody else scrapbooking this weekend? I know it's a busy weekend, so. All right, fall. Oh, what am I looking for? I'm looking for my little mini alphas. Where did I put them? Oh, there they are. I love when you put something on top of something else and then I'm like, where did I go with that? So I have a bunch of these mini alphas and I've got orange, red, and teal. And I don't think the teal is going to go. I think I'm going to go with the red because if I go with the orange, it will really blend in, and I don't necessarily want it to blend in that much. Let's see. I've never done it in summer daily commitment issues. There is a reason why I only do it once every other year or once every couple of years. And honestly, we tend to do the same things every single Christmas. So you can probably get away with just doing one and then not doing another one for 10 years. Because a lot of mine is like, oh, I did the same thing last year. I made cookies. We watched movies. I went and did this and I did the same thing last year. So, but certain things do change. Ooh, these just like kind of got a little too die-cutty, didn't they? So we're going to do fall get together. And the best thing about using a plaid piece of paper is that it's easy to line everything up. And I say that, and it's still probably going to be wonky. All right, so I'm actually almost done here as Ms. Xanthi decides to sniff my ink. I will be having, I do obviously have to glue these down. Get together. I will be doing a December is get together one word or is it get together? Someone please tell me because I'm actually not 100% sure. Two words. Okay. So we will pick this O back up. Oh yay, didn't rip everything off. And just add another T. All right, so as I was saying, I will be doing a December live. It will be after Christmas. It will be like that last week between Christmas and New Year's because I am off of work for the whole week. Woo woo. It's funny, I was saying on a message board I'm a part of that yesterday afternoon I was ready to set fire to my building if it would allow me to go home. I mean, I'm joking. I'm not going to set up fire to my building. Please don't call the police on me. I work for the Department of Public Health and they moved a yearly process. Doctors have to go through certain types of doctors, like a certain, like all podiatrists. It's not podiatrist. I'm just using that as an example. Does there anyone else remember in elementary school learning how to spell together by saying, we go together to get her? I still remember that from 5th grade. Yo, dude. That is Ms. Xanthi being obnoxious again. To get her. So as I was saying, they basically every year they have to say we will abide by the rules that you give us. Only this year they moved it from them sending in paper forms to doing it on a computer. And all of the podiatrists lost their shiz. like apparently none of them have ever used a computer before, and this is the hardest thing they've ever done. I'd like to point out that we made a video that walks you through everything you have to do in order to submit the form. And every time we talk to them, we're like, well, did you watch the video? No. Like, well, why wouldn't you watch the video? We literally say, just watch the video. It walks you through everything. So that's why I love my job, and I'm very happy with my job. But I had just been talking to doctors or nurses, depending on who it was, over and over and over again, and literally repeating, did you watch the video? Did you watch the video? Did you watch the video? And so I just got a little verklempt over that. Okay, so yes, I will be off of work that week, so I will have my live sometime during that week. Speaking of, weeks, I had talked about it is November 23rd. So if anyone watching before November 28th, 2019, you still have a chance to win my 5-year YouTube anniversary giveaway. There is a video for that on my channel. I can put it into a comment later on if someone needs me to. But so there are 3 prize packs and then 1 gift certificate if you are international. So you still have almost a week to get that in if you would like. I don't know what happened that I had this green one that's kind of, it must be for over here. Do I like it here or do I like it up at the top? So, but I might actually pop on the day after Thanksgiving. I'm going to do a video announcing the winners of my giveaway, but I am thinking I will also maybe just jump on and do a quick live. I probably won't make a layout. Maybe I'll put a kit together or something and just chat. Honestly, simply because my housemate will have been gone. I will have not spoken to anyone all day because I don't go out shopping Black Friday. I just don't go to work because it's really boring. I can't call anyone because a lot of practices are closed. And my other part of my job, which is school nurses, they are not in school. So there's literally not a lot for me to do besides file paperwork, and I don't like to file paperwork, so I take the day off instead. That's how you avoid filing paperwork. You just don't go the days you have time to file paperwork. All right, I am almost done here. I think I'm just going to add some enamel dots. Let me just look for ones. Do I like, no, I think, oh yeah, no, I like those. There we go. Let go, thank you. All right, I think I'm gonna go for these creamy ones. And we'll just go right there. Anybody have any questions or any comments or anything they want? Because I'm actually almost done here, like really almost done here. And then I'll just switch to these glitter ones for when I don't have a medium size. I do plan, because I use so much of this kit, I did want to go ahead and make a little kill the kit video, because I haven't bought kits in such a long time that I haven't had a chance to make that because I've been working for my stash. I have not bought anything scrapbooking since October 1st. I do a series with Kelly O'Black, and we are actually going to be starting a new series in January, where we're going to, it's called Stash Bash with Rachel and Kelly, where we're going to be specifically working on stuff from our stash, really working with some of that older stuff, trying to make it look current and our current style, because you can make anything. I mean, in 30 years, people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, that is so old fashioned, you know, when, you know, I want to look at it back then. But that's just what we're going to be doing in the new year. All right, so here we have fall get together completed. I really like the way this works. Oh, I do need to glue down my journaling. I won't do my journaling on screen because seriously, y'all, that is like the most boring thing ever. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. If y'all are celebrating that over in the US of A, have a wonderful, you know, day. If you're not, you know, not everyone's from the US and probably perfectly happy with that. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching here on the replay, thanks for sitting through the replay. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section below. I'm going to say goodbye now. Thank you so much for joining me here. I will be filming an unboxing video for my next Scrapbooking Store kit, which will actually be arriving on Monday. So I'm super excited about that. I am going to make a Kill the Kit video for my November 2019 Scrapbooking Store kit. And as I said, they only asked that I do 1 to 2 projects. I actually did, let's see, I made 4 layouts, one of which was a double page, and I made 4 cards. So I really loved this kit. I wouldn't say that, I would just say I enjoyed it, but I really did love this kit. I was super excited that they asked me to be part of their design team, and I really think it's super usable for actual scrapbookers who are on the traditional side. I don't necessarily consider myself a super traditional scrapbooker, but I consider myself traditional with a bit of trend. So I am never one to use just one super tiny photo, except if that's all I happen to have. I like to tell stories with my photos as the main feature. So for me, this is a really great scrapbooking kit to go with. If you have any questions about it, they have a really great robust system over on their website. And I'm going to say bye now. Thank you guys for joining me. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Bye. Yikes. Always the worst part of taking that is taking it off the little thingy.